Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. So far we have discussed the solving of differential equations which are of the form mdx plus ndy is equal to 0 by using the concept of exact and non-exact. Now we are going to solve the linear equation. First of all, see the standard form of a linear differential equation in the dependent variable y. See the standard form. A differential equation of the form dy by dx plus p of x into y is equal to q of x. This is called standard form of the linear differential equation in the dependent variable y. Okay, here p of x and q of x. Here p of x and q of x are functions in x only. Okay, they were functions in x alone. Okay, in p of x and q of x, y is not involved. Don't forget it. Okay, now we are going to find the general solution of this type of equations. Since so far we are solving the differential equations which are of the form mdx plus ndy is equal to 0, I am reducing this equation is also into the form of mdx plus ndy is equal to 0. Okay, now this equation can be written as dy multiplying with dx, you will get dx getting cancelled. So p of x into y into dx is equal to q of x into dx. Now this can be written as, see here, take this right hand side term to left hand side, you will get p of x into y minus q of x, because dx is the common term, whole dx. I will write these both terms in this way, plus dy is there. Okay, this is nothing but 1 into dy is equal to 0. Okay, take it equation number 1. Okay, I am reducing the standard form of linear differential equation to mdx plus ndy is equal to 0. Now how can we solve this type of equations? Whether we have to check the exactness or not. Okay, see here m is equal to coefficient of dx, p of x into y minus q of x, and what is capital N? 1. So calculate dou m by dou y. After that dou n by dou x. Of course this is 0. Here only p of x is the function in x, and y is p of x is function in x, and y is variable here. So partial derivative of y with respect to y is 1. So p of x into 1 is only p of x. Q of x is also a function in x. So this entire term becomes constant with respect to y, that's why it is 0. So you will get p of x. So these both are unequal. So dou m by dou y is not equal to dou n by dou x. So we conclude that one is non-exact, no doubt at all. So we have to reduce this equation to exact by multiplying with the suitable function. That suitable function is called integrating factor. Clearly we don't know about p of x and q of x. They were only function in x. That's why we can't decide whether they were homogeneous or not. So type 1 is fails. Also this is not in the form of y into something dx plus x into something dy is equal to 0. That's why we can verify the quantity which is in type 3. 1 by n whole into type 1, type 2 are fails here. Dou m by dou y minus dou n by dou x. Okay, so what is n? 1. What is dou m by dou y? P of x minus 0. It would be p of x only. It would be p of x. Clearly p of x is a function in x only. So the result of this quantity gives a function in x only. That's why type 3 is satisfied. So in this case integrating factor is equal to e power integral p of x dx. Okay, this is very important result. The integrating factor of a linear differential equation is e power integral p of x dx. after getting this integrating factor, we should multiply the given non-exact equation with this integrating factor. Okay, now multiply one with the integrating factor on both sides. See, so this equation 1 becomes to p of x into y, p of x into y minus q of x whole into, we are multiplying with this integrating factor. So e power integral p of x dx plus 1 into this integrating factor. It would be e power integral p of x dx into dy is equal to 0. Take it equation number 2. Now 2 is exact clearly because we are multiplying with the integrating factor. Okay, so what are the new terms? This is m1 and this is n1. So required general solution of 1 is integration of m1 dx, treating y as constant, don't forget it, here y is constant, plus integral terms of n1 not containing x whole into dy is equal to c. Okay, replace the values. What is integral m1? You should write all terms of m1. So integration of p of x into y minus q of x whole into e power integration of p of x dx into dx plus here n1 contains e power integral p of x dx. So clearly this term contains x variable, that's why don't take any term from n1, it would be 0 is equal to c. Now separate the integrations here, separate the terms inside the integration here. So you will get y is the constant right outside of the integration, integral p of x into e power integral p of x dx minus integral q of x into this term, q of x into e power integral p of x dx is equal to c. Now I will write this entire term as derivative of the e power integral p of x dx. Okay, because derivative of the exponential term is itself, and a derivative of the power, already power has integration, derivative of the integration getting cancelled, you will get only p of x, and a derivative for x is dx. That's why I will write this entire term in this way and transform this term to right hand side. You will get positive q of x into e power integral p of x dx plus c is there. So derivative integration getting cancelled, so you will get y into e power integral p of x dx is equal to integral q of x into e power integral p of x dx plus c. Okay, in this way we can find out the general solution. Don't forget it, this is the formula for general solution when given equation is directly in the form of linear. So simply it is also known as y into integrating factor, is equal to integral q of x into integrating factor dx plus c. In this way we can solve the linear differential equation. Okay, in the next video I will give some more problems on first order and of first degree differential equations. Thank you very much.